Hello everyone, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Total War Shogun 2. This is where we left off here. Now, we're in winter of 1546 here, and we're about to take the province of Hyugu on our next turn. Now since our troops are in enemy territory in the winter, they're going to take some damage, but it's going to be worth it. Now before we start, I'm going to tell you a little more about generals. The general unit is the most important unit in this game. Without generals, your troops will have low morale and they won't win many battles. Now there's two types of generals. There's your daimyo, your ruler, and then there's regular generals. The only main difference is that daimyo has honor, while regular general has loyalty. Now honor is important because if it goes below 3, then you're going to run into problems. As you can see, this general has loyalty instead of honor, and it's maxed out, so that basically means this general's not going to defect. Alright, after I check on something, we're going to restart this game again. Alright. As you can see, we're making only 12 cuckoo per turn, so let's see here. I think I'm going to get rid of that archer. I don't want to run into the minus. So you click on this button to disband it, and now we're making 87 cuckoo per turn now. But don't worry, that number will go up real soon. Okay. Okay. Let's end the turn. By the way, before we end the turn, I have until winter of 1600 to complete this mission, the conquering of 40 provinces in Kyoto. There's 4 seasons in each turn, so that's about 220 turns I have to complete this game. Alright, we're in winter 1546, so next turn will be in spring of 1547. So let's end the turn now.
Send multiple trade ships to a trade post for...
Now I'm going to use this one to scout as well on the southern part of Japan. And then I'm going to add some more trade ships because we're going to use them to collect the trade on the trade routes. Well, we're not going to know if that's taken until the next turn, or until the next turn. This is gonna go right here. As you can see, I encountered 2 new clans. We have the Morai and the Amako. And see, this is what I was telling you. The troops that are near Hyuga have taken attrition because they had to spend the entire winter there. Speaking of Hyuga, it's time to take over it. It looks undefended, so this is going to be a real easy battle. We probably don't even have to go into the battlefield for this one. Here we go. Alright, we're going to all resolve this. And that should be the end of the Ito. And we only lost 80 troops, and the Ioto have lost all their troops out of this win. Alright, let's move on. And that's the end of the Ito. Alright, since the only clan we're at war with is defeated, we're now going to focus on the economy, and then we're going to take over the rest of the island of Kyushu. But like I said, we're not going to take over the entire island until we get this economy up and rolling here. We're only making 195 kuku per turn. And my plan is to get the economy up and hopefully get our army online too. But we don't know what's going to happen. War could be declared on us at any time. So we gotta be careful here. I'm going to check my text for a minute. Where the sword's going to be completed in 3 turns. As soon as that's completed, we'll get our free samurai unit. Alright, first we're going to repair this castle. Now for Osumi, I'm just going to build market in this province, but I don't have the tech for it yet, so we can't do that at this point. And Satsuma looks fine, so the next thing we're going to do when we have enough money is to upgrade our farms. That's the best way to make money in this game besides trade route. Let me just double check public order. That's at 0, 0, 0. Oops. There are 1. We're going to have to keep those troops in there for a while. Because the troops are helping to repress the public order. You see, when you conquer a province, or when you first conquer a province, then they're going to resist your rules. So you need the troops there to make sure things don't get out of order. And Satsuma's public order is at 0, so we're fine. Alright, we're going to look at the diplomacy screen and see if there's anything we can do here. And I forgot to tell you, besides being able to construct trade ships and put them into trade routes, for each trading port you build, you get 1 trade route. So that allows you to conduct a trade agreement with a distant neighbor. we're at the beginning of the game. We were only near one neighbor, and that's Cigar, which we already have a trade agreement with. But now that we've taken over Hyugu, we're also next to the Ultimo. But we're either gonna kill them or the other clans are gonna kill it. So we're not gonna do a trade agreement with them. Instead, we're gonna try to do a trade agreement with a distant nation. Hopefully, a clan that'll make us a lot of money. Amoka will give us 76. This is 65, 84, 74. But I really don't want to do one of the Shoni because I'm going to be attacking them soon. So Yama's my best bet. Let's try them.
Please, speak honestly.
Nope, they're not going to do
and
it.
I will give you...
Alright, let's see here. It looks like we can end this turn now. So we're going to do so right now. And hopefully, the Cigar will attack the Ultimo like they usually do. Once they kill the Ultimo, then we can get their trade route that they've held. Okay, I have a choice to focus on military or civil focus. Now, there's two tech trees in this game. It can only focus on one tech tree at a time. There's a military tech tree called Way of Bushido, and then there is a non-military tech tree called the Way of Shi. So I gotta choose which one for 4 turns I get a bonus on in technology. Since I'm researching Way of the Sword, I'm just gonna do martial wisdom. So for the next 4 turns, any text I research in the Bushido tree will be researched twice as fast for the next 4 turns. Alright. Let's now take a look and see if this trade route is vacant. I didn't think so. Yamana have it. Anyways, I saw the Cigar army move into Bungo, so that's a good thing. That means they're probably not going to come after us, they're going to come after the Ultimo. Which makes sense because they're a different religion than us. In Total War Shogun 2, there's 2 religions. There's Buddhism and then there's Christianity. Now, most of the games you just want to stay Buddhist, but in this game, we're going to eventually convert to Christianity and then take all the advantages that there is to Christianity and convert all these Buddhist provinces into Christian provinces as well. But that's way in the future. But for now, Ultimo is the only Christian clan, so they're hated by all the Buddhist clans. Let's see here. I'm going to move this over here so that when the Ultimo is defeated, I can just go ahead and snatch that trade route. There we go.
まだ風はありますぞ。
Then I'm gonna add another trade ship, and then on my next turn, we're gonna actually start adding ships to our trade routes.
殿、ご命令を。冒険と栄光へ向けて。
This ship is gonna scout the southern island for potential trade partners. Now, the clan that I really wanted to have a trade agreement with is the Date, because they have a resource that I'm going to need later in the game. But the Date are way up in the northeast here. Anyways, we encountered the Shikaboshi, the Kono, and the Saki.
I will listen as polite.
Alright, there's nothing else to do, so we're going to end the turn. Our next turn, we're going to start putting those trade ships in those trade routes and make even more money. And Way of the Sword has just been researched, so now we get our free samurai unit. Alright, we don't want strategy defense next. While we're getting our military focus, we're going to research Way of the Bow. That's a very useful tech that allow us to that'll allow our archers to use fire arrows. Alright, we're at minus 26, so I'm going to get rid of one of my Ashigaru units we don't need. We have way too many. Now see those chevrons? That represents a unit's rank. The higher rank is basically then the higher morale that unit has. So I'm going to get rid of a unit that doesn't have a rank at all. This one only has 236 troops and no rank, so I'm going to get rid of it. There we go. And then I'm going to replace that with my samurai unit. Now watch that number go up when I put the ship into this trade route. It went from 49 to a whopping 210. See the power trade routes? And as you can see, the Sagar are indeed at war with the Otomo. So let's let them fight each other while we build up our economy, and once we do, we're going to be able to crush them both. Okay. Want to build another trade ship? And there's nothing else to do, so we're gonna end turn.
他に何もないのですか?
And I always forget to move my ship. I won't forget next turn. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Oshui. Now I can get that trader out. You see, the old Timo has a lot of enemies because they're Christian and we're still Buddhists. Like I said, we're going to be Christian soon, but not now. Now we can get this trade route and make even more money. Now we're at 243. Soon we'll be able to afford our first farm.
光栄の至りに存じます。はっ、殿。戦が待ってるぞ。これで終わりでございますか。さあ進め。次のご命令を。さあ進め。殿、まだ進めます。殿、無理でございます。皆、船を出せ。これで終わりでございますか。お家のために。殿、次のご命令は。戦が待ってるぞ。休憩だ。光栄の至りに存じます。着実に進め。殿、まだ風はありますぞ。着実に進め。
As you can see in Eastern Japan, Kyushu and Ikuika have declared war.
着実に進め。
But there's a lot more going on in Eastern Japan, and we're not part of Eastern Japan.
新しい航路に備えています。皆の者、出航用意。殿、まだ風は。砲を上げろ。全員位置について砲を上げよう。はは。名誉と栄光のために。新しい航路に備えて砲を上げろ。
Alright, we've encountered a lot of clans this turn, so let's see what we have. Iko Ikki. Ooh, the Shogunate. The Saki is gone. Saki is a minor clan, so it really doesn't matter. Alright, time to build our first farm. Now, as I said in the last video, you want to build your farms in order of fertility. The more fertile a farm is, the more money it'll produce. Also, upgrading your farms is important because it produces rice, as shown in the bottom right corner. and you need rice to upgrade your castles and therefore to build more buildings. So rice is an important factor in this game. Also, the more surplus rice you have, as shown in the bottom right corner, the more money you make from that rice. So as you can see, Tatsumu has a farm with average soil. And so does Osumi. And Hyuga has burnt soul, so we'll not be building a farm there. And anyways, they already have the upgrades, so that's good. It looks like the Ito have upgraded the farm before we conquer this. That's great news. So since they both have the same fertility, I always build farms in order of how much money the province is making. In other words, the richest province goes first. So Satsuma is the richest province, as you can see there, 1501, while Osumi is making 1162. Now that's not the amount of money we get each turn. We only get a percentage of it, as shown right here. You can adjust the tax level so that you make more money or less money, but taxes affects the public order. If taxes are low, then you'll make less money, but your people will be really happy. And the same is opposite with high taxes. Furthermore, the lower your taxes are, the more your city will grow. So normal is a pretty good setting for the tax slider. But as I was saying, you only get a percentage of each of these provinces here, as shown on the bottom. And that's based on your tax rate. Anyways, since Tatsumu is a richer province than Osumi, we're going to upgrade our farm there. And then in 3 turns we'll have our farm and we're going to make even more money. Alright, let's end the turn. And Ultimo is gone. So Sagara must have successfully taken the provinces of Bongo. Nope, the Shoni did. The Shoni got it. This actually could be my chance to get Sagara out of the game while they're still weak. As you can see, they're very weak. They only have 1 province, so I can take them out easily. Let's look at the standings of Hyuga right now. They're at 8. Their public order is at 8 now. So if I take my army out, you see, they're repressing 12 citizens. So if I take my army out, public order will be at -4, and I'm going to have to exempt taxes of that province, which is something I don't want to do right now. But I could easily take Higo right now, and then I'll only have to deal with the Shoni. And then once the Shoni is gone, the island will be mine. But although it's tempting, if I was closer to Higo, I could probably do it. But although it's tempting, I should just stay at peace for now. They'll be gone soon enough. Alright, it's time to add our
ためなら
income.
ばはい上様お命じを
As you can see, we control 3 of the 6 trade routes now, so that's good. That's how many I usually control in a Shimazu game anyways, so I'm happy. So, I'm going to distribute my trade ships evenly, because as you add trade ships to the trade routes, the income gets lower and lower.
殿ご命令を
So this trade route only has 1 ship, so I'm going to put...
殿ご命
That
令
one has none though, so since I can go there in 1 turn, I'm going to put my ship there.
はは
Nope, it's going to take 2 turns, never mind. Yep. So I'll just put it right here. Because we need the money right now.
は殿お使いします
Alright, time to end turn again.
殿次のご命令はいかに次のご命令を
And I got to remember to move my ships.
他に何もないのですか
No matter how many times I play this game, I keep forgetting to scout with my ships.